Hi, this is Joy Houston, and I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this video entitled, What Am I Eating and Why? Now, I just wanted to go over a few groups of different things that you might be experiencing maybe for the first time while you're on the Rock and Body Raw Foods diet. I've broken them up into 5 different categories. That is nut pâtés and cheeses, greens, and more greens. I'm going to talk about all of the leafy greens you'll be enjoying on the cleanse, as well as a section on flax crackers and sprouted breads, some new and different ingredients you might not have tried before, and common ingredients that you might not be aware of the health benefits of. So let's jump right in and start covering the nut pâtés and nut cheeses. Now, why would we include these labor and time-intensive food items on the cleanse? Well, here are the reasons why. Because nut pâtés or seed pâtés, you can make them from either or both. They mimic meat dishes and they can mimic cheeses. And what's great about that is not only that they provide protein and make us feel a lot more full, but they also satiate the brain. And that's the harder part to deal with on this cleanse, or any cleanse really. And when we feel like we're treating ourselves to a falafel or some kind of a burger or meatballs or maybe a creamy rich cheese, then it feels like we're spoiling ourselves. It feels much more like we're crowding out foods, not having time to go for a burger and fries because we're so busy making these new different dishes. And these are dishes that taste good and they make us feel really full and great. So that's why we go ahead and include these dishes, which can be a little more time and labor intensive. So let me just show you a few of these to get your mouth watering and get you excited for the diet. Those raviolis are filled with a delicious garlic cheese. This is a pesto cheese served with some flax crackers. This is a mock egg salad. This is a walnut pesto pate. Really good, very filling. Definitely changes the salad and makes it really, really full. These are the meatballs served on a zucchini pasta, and that is a sloppy joy, our raw version of the classic sloppy joe. Here's a taco salad with a little crumbled Latin patty on there too. So you can see we're going to be experiencing some really yummy, delicious foods when we incorporate nut cheeses and pâtés into our raw food cleanse. So next up here is our greens, and more greens. You are going to be consuming a fair amount of greens on this diet. Why? Why are there so many leafy green vegetables? Well, because they're very alkalizing. They have calcium and magnesium, which are very alkalizing minerals. They're also nutrient dense and very phytonutrient, vitamin and mineral rich. They're a great source of fiber and they can be delicious. I know a lot of people just enjoy greens as salads, but during the cleanse we're going to turn you on to many different ways to enjoy your greens. You're going to try some green juices, you're going to try some pâtés made with a lot of greens, you're going to see a lot of leafy greens on your sandwiches and in every meal basically. And of course the good old salads will definitely be represented there as well. You're going to have a lot of different new ways to try greens, to get more greens in your diet, and that'll be useful to you long after the cleanse is over. Another topic we want to cover is flax crackers and sprouted breads. Now we have several different recipes, delicious recipes for flax crackers, but I don't want you to get discouraged if you don't have a dehydrator or you just don't want to take the time to make these. If you don't want to do that, you don't want to make the pizza crust or the crackers or anything like that, just go and pick up a loaf of Ezekiel 4:9 or another sprouted bread that just contains sprouted grains. You don't want any processed flours in there or sugars or a lot of added salts or chemical ingredients that you don't recognize what they are. If you do not want to do the flax crackers, pick up some of this bread and call it good. You're still eating far more healthy than if you consumed your sandwiches or made your meals with, say, a toasted Wonder Bread or something. Okay, some new and different ingredients that you might see in these recipes that you may not have cooked with before, things like cacao and maca and a raw version of honey, even young coconuts and acai might be new to you, and some of the salts that we include on the cleanse. Now, don't let that discourage you. All of these ingredients are amazing. They have great health benefits, and we've tried not to overwhelm you. So we could have added, goji berries and hemp seeds and a whole lot of other things on top of that, but instead of of overwhelming you and have you spend a lot of money on a bunch of superfoods. We just want you to incorporate a few new things at a time, and get used to them and get excited about incorporating them in your diet. And then as you go on, we'll coach you through experimenting with more superfoods and getting those into your diet as well. Now, briefly, you may know a lot of this already, so I'll go very quickly, but I do want you to be aware of some of the common ingredients that you're going to see very frequently on the diet, and I want you to understand the benefits behind them so you can see why we would include them so frequently in the diet. Broccoli, such an amazing, I consider this an uber superfood with more than 200% of the vitamin C that you need in a day, has more calcium than milk, protects against cancer and fights heart disease, and it supports stomach health. As a matter of fact, people who suffer from ulcers, the culprit behind that is often a Helicobacter that causes a disruption in the natural lining of the stomach, and broccoli is a great way to disrupt their colonies and get them on out of the body. So broccoli is amazing superfood. You'll see that a lot on the Rock and Body Raw Foods diet. Celery is another one. We include this frequently in the morning green drinks because it boosts immunity. It also has a really crisp, refreshing flavor. So this is a disease-fighting green that we can get into the diet relatively easily in terms of taste. Now, avocados, definitely my favorite food. We call it food of the gods around our house. Now, people shy away from avocados sometimes because they are worried about the fats. These are good fats. This is oleic acid, and you actually want to be incorporating that in your diet. So don't make the mistake of skimping on the avocados when you see them in recipes. Go ahead and throw them in there. They fight cancer, they're heart healthy, they lower cholesterol. They are so good for you. Now, tomatoes is something else you'll see a lot of. Again, this is another cancer-fighting phytonutrient that exists in tomatoes called lycopene. And it's also in pink grapefruit and watermelon and other red vegetables, but it's particularly concentrated in tomatoes, and we want to make sure you get plenty of that. Lycopene is a great source of, it's a great cancer-fighting agent, especially for people who have any prostate issues or any colon issues. And of course, it just has an overall immune-boosting dose of vitamin C. Cucumbers, so great for the skin. It's the silica in there that really helps the skin stay toned and help the ligaments that hold the skin in place to stay strong and healthy. So everybody who's worried about looking good, not just feeling good, will definitely want to be incorporating plenty of cucumbers. You'll see those on the diet quite frequently. Flax seeds. Now, these are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, and the standard American diet has way more omega-6s than omega-3s. So getting that ratio in balance has a lot of biochemical benefits. And so, again, we get so many in the standard American diet, we want to make sure that we're really stocking up on the omega-3s. If you're not big on flax seeds, try chia seeds. They're also very, very high. Actually, they have the same ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s. So if you don't like flax seeds, make sure to switch those out with chia seeds. Sesame seeds, the oldest condiment known to man. They're found in the Egyptian tombs, along with honey also. But these prevent cancer and osteoporosis. They relieve migraines and fight PMS. They support vascular and respiratory health, so you're going to see them included quite a bit here. Almonds, now if you're getting off coffee, you'll be on the maca drink every day, and that means you'll be making fresh batches of your own almond milk. It's so delicious. This is another food that people sometimes shy away from or want to omit from the recipes because they're fearful of the fats. I'm telling you, while you're on this cleanse, you're going to be getting so much roughage, so much phytonutrients, and eating such a wide array of vitamins and minerals. You're not going to have to concern yourself with the fats, especially these healthy fats. So go ahead and get those into each and every one of the recipes where you see them indicated. Kale. Now, this is a green that people shy away from based on taste, but this is a hugely detoxifying vegetable. Fights cancer. It can even help. So if you have a genetic propensity to a certain disease, this is going to help that not manifest for you. So you want to get kale into your diet as much as possible. It makes a great smoothie, and it makes a great salad if the green is massaged. As a matter of fact, if you massage it down, it'll reduce by half, just as if you had lightly steamed it. So we'll show you quite a few ways of getting this healthy green into your diet while you're on the Rock and Body Raw Foods cleanse. Now, garlic, other than keeping vampires away, it also boosts immunity and fights infection, can help to reduce inflammation, and it's just an overall healthy tonic for the body. So that's why you'll see us include that quite a bit as well. Now, lemons have a natural antibiotic effect, which I personally find amazing. They're a great source of antioxidants and vitamin C, which reduces free radicals. All antioxidants do that, go through the body and help clean up anything that's going on there. And it fights cancers of every kind. So that's why you will see plenty of citrus in the morning smoothies and throughout the dressings on the cleanse. Now, we have covered the nut pâtés and cheeses, why we're including so many greens, talked about the flax crackers and replacing those with sprouted brands if you do not want to go the route of making your own crackers. Also covered some of the new and different ingredients you'll get to sample while you're on the cleanse. And we have briefly covered some of the amazing health benefits of the common ingredients that you'll see quite often. So now it is time for you to get rockin'. So go take a look at preparation day 1 so you know what you're up against for your cooking tomorrow, and I will see you for morning preparations at tomorrow's first meal.